Did you guys want me to share like a little bit of my story, or everybody pretty much knows it, do you think?
You can share a little bit of your story because we actually have some newbies on that don't know you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be a quickie.
Okay. All right. So we're going to get going. Good evening, everyone. If you are just now coming on, that's fine. We actually just got started. I am Lindsay Perry, and this is Renee Parker, and we're Emerald Ambassadors. And with us tonight, we have our special guest speaker, our Diamond Upline, Helen McFadden. And she is going to do a little training with us tonight.
I'm so excited to have Helen share with us. I will tell you one thing. She is one person out of several in Plexus that I look up to a lot, that she has always been there from day one when I got started. So I definitely hold her in high regard, and I can't wait for her to share tonight with you.
That's so nice. You ready for me then?
Yes.
You're on.
Okay. Well, I'm super excited. This is awesome. I think Sonia and I need to look into Zoom. How many people can be on at a time? Up to 100?
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
actually,
awesome.
You can make it more than that, but it costs more money.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, we don't want that. Well, good. So, hi, everybody. I am, like they said, I'm Ambassador Helen McFadden, and I'm here in Reno, Nevada, so it's really only 6 o'clock here. But I'll just share with you a little bit my story. How I joined Plexus, kind of just give you the condensed version, because I did want to talk about some other things as well, some training topics about being OnePlexus. I love that theme this year. It's super meaningful, and it's actually one of the reasons why I actually took a chance on Plexus and joined, because I really felt from the beginning that this company was different. I had been in network marketing for 16 years in a cosmetic company, and I got out in the about 2007, 2008. I got out of that business. It was a process to get out, but I was pretty burnt out. I told anybody who'd listen, that I really was done with network marketing. I would never sell anything again, ever, 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 as long as I live. And I know a lot of us have said never say never, and it's like we're eating our words now. But one of the reasons was I was just kind of tired of selling and starting over every month. And I did have some aging parents. My dad was a diabetic, needed some help, was balancing the checkbook. All of a sudden, everything kind of fell apart. And I found myself in a position where I could help them. I did take a small salary that didn't cover what I was making in my business when I left that. So I did need to work part-time over this about a period of 4 or 5 years that I was taking care of my dad and my mom. My mom's still with me to this day. She does have a caregiver, and I help out with that as well. But the point being, I found myself at the age of 40-ish and not knowing what I wanted to be when I grew up. And that is not a very fun place to be. If I know you guys are probably all way younger than me, but it's just not a fun place to be. And so I had a lot of different jobs. One of them was a Weight Watcher leader. I have struggled with my weight all my life, and I really, really fell in love with being a leader and helping people get healthy. That I did for about 3 years. I had a meeting down in Carson City, about 20 minutes from where I live here in Reno. And I literally would find myself, because I really felt like, because I was looking for a plan B, knowing full well I needed to, sorry, it's my phone, work again full-time someday when my parents were no longer here, that I needed something to do full-time again. What would that look like? Not having a 4-year degree, not ever wanting to do network marketing again, I was pretty limited in my choices. So I literally used to pray every time I'd drive home from my Saturday morning meeting and ask God to line something up for me someday that was kind of like being a Weight Watcher leader, helping people get healthy and reach their weight loss goals, because I did really enjoy that. And so that's kind of where my mind was at in September of 2012 when I came across the name of Sheila Medina, who was in my other business with me, and she lives in Mississippi, so our paths would cross every year at our annual conventions and things like that. And she was very well respected in that company, and I heard that she had gotten out as well. So I was just kind of curious what she was up to. I ran across her name on Facebook. It let me show her wall, and I quickly learned that she was with a company called Plexus. And so from that moment, really my life changed. And it's amazing when you take a leap of faith, but it kind of went against everything that I ever thought I would ever, I said I would never do. But when I researched the company and the products and had a really long conversation with her on the phone, I just knew that I knew that I had to do Plexus. I knew I had to try it. And I don't know if any of you, if that makes sense, if you've ever done something in your life that doesn't make any sense, but it feels right in your gut. And I just know that it was just such a divine intervention in my life that day. So that was September of 2012. And as most of you know, if you have heard my story or part of my story, I did sponsor Sonia Dudley the first day that I joined on September 4th, and she's been a huge part of my journey. And it's just been a huge blessing in so many ways, like just knowing Lindsay and Renee and all the people that I only have about 15, 20 minutes, so that's why I'm giving you the condensed version. But I could talk for 2 hours just about the relationships and the wonderful people that I've met through Plexus. I did become an Emerald Ambassador 6 months after joining, a Sapphire a month after that, and then a Diamond a couple months later. So it happened fast for me, but I did have a lot of experience coming into this business, being in network marketing for 16 years before, and I learned a lot on that journey. And so I feel like it was just another divine thing that I could really be in a position in the branding stages, a new stage of Plexus, to be what I feel like I could bring a lot to the table as a leader in this company. So, but I could talk to you forever about the relationships. I remember the first year that I was in Plexus, and I just would tell my husband all the time, like, the people are in Plexus are so nice. And I could never really put my finger on, like, I'm meeting like the most amazing people, like lifelong friends. I love them, and they just so well respected, like Lindsay and Renee. And what's up with that? Like, is this real? Like every day, I know you guys, we pinch ourselves, right? And it finally dawned on me that the reason people in Plexus are so awesome is because to be successful in this company, you have to have a good heart. You have to have a heart for people. You have to care about people, because we are in the health and wellness business, and people will share things with you that they wouldn't normally share unless they felt like they could trust you and you had credibility. And so it takes a special person, and I talk a lot about that in my presentations, that we're not looking for salespeople. Don't ever feel like you need to ever push this product, be desperate, or be salesy in any way, because all you have to do is just share your heart. Listen. I always say God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen. Facts sell, stories tell, but you got to listen to their story first before you can start sharing your stories, because you want to make sure you're sharing stories that are relevant to that person. So the people in Plexus are amazing because they have that kind of an attitude toward others, a servant's heart, leadership, servanthood in their leadership. And so I just want to, really stress that those are the kind of people you want to look for. And people are learning about this company now. They want to join. They see the money potential, and we're, number 8 fastest growing network marketing or privately held company in America now. And they want to just, have a piece of Plexus and bring over their whole teams from other companies. And it's like, no, that's not what we're about. We are organically grown from testimonies, real people, real results. And we should never be in a hurry to build our teams or ever be desperate to feel like we need to get there quick, because you want to make sure you build your business on a solid foundation, not on sand. So with that, I just wanted to, along with all the blessings of the relationships, I wanted to talk a little bit about Plexus culture tonight. I have had the unique opportunity to have met Alfred Pedersen and Tarl Robinson and Alec Clark, who are the 3 owners of our company, and I've been able to spend one-on-one time with them, whether it was in Maui or on Opportunity of a Lifetime event, tours, dinners, things like that. Actually, Alfred and I, we drove on the LA freeways together one time, which, just the 2 of us. And if I can survive driving on the LA freeways with Alfred, I can do anything. I can promise you that. But one of the things, in Alfred in particular, he has a lot of experience in network marketing, and has kind of been in other companies, more than one. And so he brought so much wisdom when he created the comp plan. He's really the genius behind that. And one of the things that him and Tarl really talked about in the beginning was how they wanted network marketing to be done the way it should and could be done, but isn't being done. And there's lots to that, but one of the main reasons that they wanted Plexus to be different was just having a culture of a family. And a lot of companies, they start out that way. They want the same thing, but things get watered down. Their priorities don't stay high like that, and they just the dollar rules or whatever the case is. But in Plexus, you know, our whole hashtag OnePlexus theme is really about that if you just brought it down to money, it's like the pay point, obviously, that the more we can train and educate people on Plexus and the products, that only helps all of us. So we need to really understand. I can hear myself. Do you get that back noise?
No, you're fine on our end.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. I was just getting a little background noise. Okay. Anyways, you know, if you just wanted to like narrow it down to money, of course it benefits all of us to help one another, because the more volume that everybody has in their back office, then the higher the pay point. But I want to talk about like the meaningful thing behind that, in that we do it because it's the right thing to do. So what does that mean? It's so important because we're still in the branding stages of our company, that when people meet us for the first time, they're probably hearing about Plexus for the first time. And let's face it, when we hear a certain company or a business name, we all have like a thought that comes to our head, whether it's good, bad, or kind of indifferent. And so everything that we're doing right now in Plexus is creating our branding, our image. And so that's another reason why we want to make sure we aren't over-promising and over-promise, under-deliver, or, just like embellishing, being desperate or looking like salespeople or posting on Facebook 24/7, and people get so burnt out that they don't even want to try Plexus. Like, Plexus is so good. It's like, I don't want to blow it with people by, anything that I'm going to do on the front end of introducing Plexus to them, that they won't even try it, because maybe it's not just me. Maybe they've had a bad experience with someone before. So these are kind of things when I travel, I do travel a lot. I work with my team all across the country. These are the things I talk about a lot, because Alfred and the owners, they've talked to me about it. And I figure if they're going to spend their time talking to me about this the culture of Plexus, then I'm going to do what I can to share it with everybody on my team and beyond. We're all one team. And so just kind of going back to that, the whole OnePlexus, it should never matter, that if somebody's on your team or not. We help everybody. I can't tell you how many messages I respond to daily of people that aren't on my team, but I figure, not that I spend a lot of time on it, because if they have an upline, I do try to refer back, because I never want to take somebody's job away, but sometimes they're not getting the support, and that's why they need to talk to me, or whatever the case may be. But one of the things, too, that I've come across with really understanding our culture and having the emotional maturity to really build this business and do it the Plexus way, is that we want to always make sure that if we have issues, because let's face it, we are in the health and wellness business, but we are dealing with people. So everything that you're doing really for your training and your personal growth and your knowledge has to do directly with your personal growth and your ability to work well with other people. And so sometimes there's going to be conflict, because you have to think big. Your team's going to grow. You're going to have all kinds of personality styles on your team. People aren't going to think like you, act like you, talk like you, walk like you, whatever. And they might not relate to you. And the beauty of being OnePlexus, and when I talk about that we all help each other, is that there are going to be times maybe when your immediate downline just relates better to someone else besides you. It might be the person above you that sponsored you. Or maybe it's not even a matter of that they don't relate to you or as well, but they just want another opinion, or they just want some feedback on something and you weren't available at that time. And we have to really, there's no room for ego. There should be never a cause for concern that, somebody is usurping, or they're going over and not doing it the right way. Like let me just kind of give you an example. I mean, there's so many examples that come to mind, but recently, like I've gone many times to go work with my levels 2 and 3. Like when I travel, it doesn't always mean that I have a level 1 there. Okay, so when I travel and I go to work with a level 2 or 3, that means they have somebody right above them that's closer to them than me. And I've heard before people talk about, well, she's on my team or he's on my team. And it's like, well, they're on my team too. And see, this is where we have to look at the bigger picture and think big and not be possessive or, feel like we own people or whatever the case may be. I don't know if that's the right wording, but I recently went and worked after New York. I was in Albany doing the Opportunity of a Lifetime tour, or the event in Super Saturday. And then I went on to Boston to work with Sonia's level 1 there. And I got a message from Sonia saying, I got several messages, we talked a lot, but thank you so much for going to work with Karen. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to go work with her in a couple months, but this is going to do wonders for her business. See, Sonia and I know enough because we've been around the block in network marketing that it's only going to help Karen. It doesn't matter that she's on Sonia's team. She's on my team too. And anything I can go do to help Karen is going to directly help who? Sonia, right? And myself, of course. So when I hear people that get like, oh, they're on my team or don't talk to her, that I'm the direct upline, I think, that is small thinking. It's not necessarily a mature way of going about your business because you're not looking at it in the big picture. So we need to really embrace and kind of let go of if we have whether it's a control issue or whatever the case may be, look at the big picture. And if you always take yourself out of the picture and focus on the other person, it'll never be an issue because then you know that the right thing is being done. Now, does it mean that I work with Karen forever now and she never talks to Sonia? No, now Karen has a relationship with both of us and she is thrilled. Her team has met both of us now and they feel like, gosh, I've met my diamond uplines. I relate so well to, both of them or one of them better, doesn't matter, but it's just that experience that they just appreciate it so much that people, not just their direct upline, but several up are willing to invest and help in their success. Because see, it's always about the other person. Always. And that's where you can really have that, I call it the checkup from the neck up, where you're thinking, well, why am I bothered by this? What is this about? If it's about me or issues or whatever, I just need to release that. And I can tell you right now, when you have a very emotionally mature, like you don't run your business on emotions and you always are thinking of other people and you help enough other people get what they want, whether they're your level 1, 2, 3, 4. I've gone and worked with, I have a downline who is my level 7, who's a diamond, and Sonia and I, we treat her like our level 1. And she is forever grateful. Do you think the people all in the middle are upset that we've taken in this gal and helped her? Absolutely not. They're laughing all the way to the bank if they're going to laugh about it, And so those are the kind of things I think if you don't come from network marketing, it can be a little confusing. You don't understand, how to really work those relationships, but just know the answer is always going to be what's in it for that person. And, who cares if it's going to be me or someone else that's going to give them what they need. Just help them to get what they need. I hope that helps and makes sense. How am I doing on time?
You are good. You have another 5 minutes.
Okay, awesome. I think another thing too that we need to really to keep the whole branding, the whole Plexus culture and our image and everything is continuing to make this about relationships. A lot of people ask me often, how do you travel so much and why do you travel so much? Or, is your family mad at you for always being gone? Well, first of all, I traveled, the first part of the month and I got home last Sunday and I'm not going anywhere until February 22nd. So I'm not gone all the time. But one of the reasons I do make traveling my priority as far as whether it's a road trip or an airplane trip, and I do 1 or 2 of them every single month, is because and we talked about this, Lindsay and Renee, before our call, just the importance importance of when you are face-to-face with somebody, and you can really give them that one-on-one time that social media will never do. And that's what I love about this call. I think it's great that you guys, we can all see each other. But I think that when you make somebody feel important in this business, because this is about relationships, period, really, there's a lot of other great opportunities out there. I mean, obviously we know Plexus is the best, but people might not be sold on that at first. So we have to develop a bond and a trust with our downline, our team. I don't really call it downline, our family, our team and family, that we really do care about their success. And that is best served if you are able to hop in a car and go hold their launch party for them, or an event with them, or go, meet their new team if they just became a silver, and do a little one-on-one training with them. Show them that you are investing your time and your money and your energy into them. And when you make people feel important, they won't leave you. See, that's what's really cool about when you master the understanding of relationship marketing. And when you realize that, you can post all day long on Facebook about Plexus and maybe get a bite, but the people that will respond to you are the people that really know you already. I joined Plexus not even having ever tried the pink drink, which is crazy. I'm so not the typical story. But I trusted Sheila. I knew her for over 15 years. And she actually won an award in our former company for having integrity. So when I had a conversation with her over the phone, it wasn't like she had to sell me. I just was asking all the questions, and I believed every single answer she gave me. And so those kind of things really matter. And you're going to have people that join your team, especially when they're not your level one, that you're not going to know very well. And they need to know that they have a leader who says what she means and means what she says. When she says, I'm here for you and I want to give you support. Does it mean you buy plane tickets and go into credit card debt because you have to fly all over the world? Heck no. But as you grow your team, you got to kind of keep those things in mind and use a lot of discernment on who you're going to go work with, because when you invest in those relationships, the people I've gone to and traveled with and really worked with are my strongest legs. I go back and look at that, and they are my strongest legs. What I wanted to also say just really quickly about that, your paycheck will be a direct reflection of your people skills. And so when you feel like you have mastered, I hope all of you are reading, have heard about, if you haven't read it already, the Colors of MLM Personality Styles by Big Al Schreider, I think his name is. It's so insightful. Of all the books that my team and I, that we've been reading through our Hawaii groups and things we've been doing together as a group, of all the books that we've read so far, that has been hands down the most valuable. Because the minute you understand how people think and what personality style they are, you'll know how to better work with them and mirror them, and just build that relationship. So that's a huge one for you to really master, is understanding people, because we are in the people business. I can't say that enough. So what I just wanted to share, just kind of as we close, is what I have, not that I only was in that other company and then Plexus. Sonia was in a few more than me. So she's kind of been around the block in network marketing a little more than me. But one of the things what I really want to close with and share with you guys, my hope and my prayer is that you all understand the opportunity that you have in Plexus. You are going to have bad days. It's just inevitable, because that's life, that's business, it's people, people, and you're going to have your disappointments. But overall, as a business opportunity, for $34.95, you've just joined a company that has 14 products in their product line that are, I call it small but mighty, because they're effective. They deal with inflammation, candida, and weight loss, and all the issues that people are struggling from, blood sugar. Pretty much everywhere you turn, somebody will be able to benefit from our products. And we don't have hundreds of them. We don't have parties, inventory, all that stuff. So we have a really, really, really simple business product line, comp plan. Well, the comp plan's a little confusing, but it's only because, where's all the money coming from, right? When you start getting those weekly checks and monthly checks and all that, it's a horrible problem to have. But what I really, I want people to understand what you have. When people don't really give this a good few years, because see, to be good at anything, if you were going to go become a nurse or an accountant or anything, you have to go to school, you have to commit, you have to study. And network marketing is no different, but we have it made in Plexus because we have amazing products and everyone is our market. And when people don't really grasp that, I just want to shake them, because I'm just going to tell you from my own experience. I've been in Plexus now 2 years and I think 4 or 5 months. I have never seen more wealth created for $34.95. And the people that have made it to the top, and Emerald and Maui and the Lexus and all that, most of them haven't even done network marketing before. And when people want, don't ever compare yourself to others. Put your blinders on and just work at becoming the best you can be every single day. And if you committed for 3 years, see, I didn't say 3 months, I didn't say a year, I said 3 years, because how are you ever going to become really good at something if you don't treat it like school, like getting a degree? And, you get paid along the way. You get to earn as you learn. And where can you go do that? I went back to school when I was doing my little part-time jobs and taking care of my mom and dad. I went back to school for 9 months because I thought, maybe once and for all, I'll just get my teaching degree. It cost me $9,000 for online college for 9 months. And then I quit, which really stunk. And here in Plexus, you can, even if you just made a couple $100 your first few months, it's something. You haven't gone into debt because you're buying the products for yourself anyway, and $100 is like nothing to really make yourself if you and your family members are on it, or you have one customer or whatever. So the opportunity that you have, see, the hard work for businesses is everything that the home office is doing. And all we do is pay $34.95 and start sharing Plexus, and we can start getting a paycheck. And I just want people to understand what you have. It's unbelievable. More and more people are jumping on board that are nurses, doctors, nutritionists, physical therapists. People from the medical field are just like blown away at our products, and they're wanting to be a part of this. And when people don't give it time, like they get 1 or 2 no's and they think, this is hard, and they quit, I want to scream and think, what are you going to go do? Where are you going to go and find anything like this for, a pair of shoes or a dinner out? Really what it costs to join this company. And we should never cheapen it and give away, like reimburse. We want to find people who see it for what it is and then run with it. And my word of the year for this year is bold. Just to run with it, be bold, ask everybody, talk to everybody about these products, and talk to everybody about our compensation plan and our business opportunity. I've never met one person that didn't need to make some extra money. Never. I don't live in a neighborhood I didn't grow up with wealthy people that never had way too much money. I don't think most of us have ever met people or been around people like that. And so just, $200 to $500 can change somebody's life, like big time, like change their life. And we have that to offer people. And if you go back to just what I talked about, being a servant and forgetting any doubts or fears that you might have about yourself, and just just moving straight forward and focusing on other people, and committing to Plexus for the next 3 years, that you're going to just master this business and love this business and love people, and and you will believe in yourself over time. That'll happen if you keep working on yourself. But just know what you have and just run with it. Be bold this year. The sky is the limit. Anybody can be in Maui this year. Anybody could drive a Lexus. Anybody can make 6 figures. I've seen it happen too much. There is not one thing anybody could ever say to me to ever get me to doubt this opportunity. I mean, my feet are so deep in the sand that they're touching China. My toes touch China. That's how much I believe in this business. And my prayer is that all of you feel the same, like you really make your mind and just believe and know what you have. So you have to be a 10 in belief on yourself, the products, the opportunity, and network marketing. And I just really, really hope that just becomes, like you don't even give it a second thought, and you just become so bold that it's never scary to talk to anybody about Plexus, because you're doing them a favor. I've had too many people say I've gotten my life back, or Plexus has saved my life, where I feel like if I don't share Plexus with people, I could possibly, pass up on an opportunity to save their life. Like that, like they need to hear about it, like their life depends on it, because it just might. And when you have that about you, I promise you'll be successful in this business. I've seen it happen way too much times. Nobody can prove me wrong. Sorry. I know I'm right. So that's it. I hope I didn't go over too much. And we'll look at the time. Oh, we're 6:30, so I think we're okay. But
Yeah,
any questions or anything? Did I do okay? Like, did I cover what you wanted?
You covered everything and more. You did absolutely amazing. Right now, like, I'm so on fire. I just want to go home and call everybody I know.
We should, right? I mean, why not?
Every time you start talking, like I'm looking at Renee and I'm like, look, I get chills every time I listen to you talk. I could sit and talk.
Oh. I love it. It's just,
you want to keep going.
Yeah, I know I could, and that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of other stuff I could keep talking about having to do with Plexus, but I know it's enough. But thanks for letting me be on your call, and it was a blast. And you guys have amazing leaders, and Renee and Lindsay, they have hearts of gold, and I love them, and I'm so blessed to have them in my downline. And I know that word again, my team, our team, and just follow their lead. I mean, they're where you want to be, and so just allow them to guide you to success. I think it's very humbling. Many times in this business, we have to be really willing to be the student and allow our leaders to really help us through some struggles in our business, and always be humbled and be willing to learn in this business, because you will be rewarded tenfold when you just, allow that whole process to happen for yourself. I always say, trust the process and trust your upline.
Thank you so much, Helen, for doing this for us tonight. We really appreciate you and all you do. We could ask for a better upline.
I love you guys. You make me cry.
We've been blessed with so many different things with Plexus, from our health to our finances and everything. But the friendships that we have made, they're just worth so much to us. They're priceless, and you're one of them. So thank you.
Yes. Right back at you.
Well, everybody, let's call it a night before we get Helen bawling in front of us. And Renee and I, because it's always a sad when we got to say goodbye. So, as Helen said, OnePlexus, we are OnePlexus. That's our convention theme for this year. And I just want to say, if you haven't registered for convention, you want to be there. It's amazing. It is definitely a business changer. So do everything you can to find a way. Start now, trying to find a way to get there.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight. We appreciate you so much for joining us, and we will see you again next week.
Good night, everybody.
Go Plexus.
Go Plexus.